can be completely unrecognizable in a year. It all starts with changing this one thing, your mind. Specifically, the stories you've been telling yourself since childhood. Reinvention starts with the mind. In this video, you're going to learn the 5 BS stories I ditched last year to become a happier, healthier, and more productive human being. Hi, I'm Venus. I'm a music therapist based in Sydney, Australia. On this channel, I share the evidence-based tools and life experiments, both on myself and on my clients, that will make well-being fun and simple for busy people like you. As I was doing my 2023 review this week, I realized I changed my mind massively in many ways just last year. No, I'm not going to tell you what habits, what morning routines, what to-do lists are going to make your new year the best one yet. We don't do this here. We are on the ride to change our lives for good. Mind you, there is no quick fix. Invention doesn't happen overnight. So let's talk about what does reinventing yourself actually mean. To me, it means changing your mindset, your core beliefs, your worldviews, and your values. That means you will have bigger goals. And for me in 2023, I became healthier, stronger, happier, and more unemployable. And of course, I have bigger goals for 2024. And as you progress and grow in life, we should all have better goals. But in order to do that, we need to think better and know what we want to want. Here's a question for you. How often do you think about what you're thinking about? And have you ever challenged what you believed in? In the realm of psychology, this is what core belief means. Core beliefs are the strong long-term beliefs a person has that help them understand how the world works and who they are. These beliefs begin forming in early childhood and influence a person's personality, decision-making, and mental health. These beliefs act as rules for managing relationships and daily life. So these core beliefs form our current values. And this is why thinking about what we think about is important. We don't know what we really want if we don't examine our core beliefs. They can cloud our perspectives and make us chase the wrong things. This is why I believe that self-awareness is the basis of living a good life, however you define it. For example, in my whole life, I believed in saving money hard and having a humble job, because that's what my parents believed in. But I have changed. When shit happened in my hometown in 2019, I only had 3 wishes: to be free, to be fit, and to make an impact on people's health in my career. And that sparked the idea of challenging how I thought and approached my career, my health, and my relationships, both with myself and others, which fundamentally are the pillars of our lives. It took me a long time to change my habits and my career. But in 2023, things really skyrocketed, and I started reaping the benefits of challenging my core beliefs. So these are the 5 core beliefs I ditched last year. If you're a female, you might relate to some more than the others. But regardless, I am a better human being now. I'm sharing this despite feeling a little bit vulnerable, but I hope this inspires you to reflect on your own core beliefs and start planning what to do with your life. Let's go. The first core belief I ditched is on career. When I decided to give up accounting and go for music therapy, I genuinely thought that music therapy is going to be forever. At least as long as my body allows me to carry a whole bunch of instruments and sit down on the floor to play with the kids. But in 2023, everything changed. I'm not feeling burned out or whatever yet, but I would like to really diversify my career risks. I don't 100% agree on the current Australian healthcare system, and music therapy is really still in the early stages. Not just in Australia, but around the world. And I don't think it gets enough recognition and public knowledge yet. You know, sometimes when you introduce yourself to some new people, you might say, oh, I am, insert your job title. And this is what I really am trying to get rid of. My job title isn't my only identity. I'm just a creative individual who prioritizes freedom, personal development, and quality relationships. That's what I believe in. That's my core values. And now I'm slightly shifting my focus from just being a good music therapist to someone who's harnessing the leverage of the internet to raise health awareness for young adults. So I will do whatever it takes, not just on music therapy, but just to voice what I think about well-being and emotional health in general. Second core belief, on nutrition. This is what I observe, not just in my own cultural background, but everywhere in the world, really. We have such an unhealthy proportion of macronutrients in our cultural food. We love carbs, we love bread, we love noodles, rice, anything. And in today's world, most of the food are catered to this kind of mindset. We want food from high carb and high fat. That makes us eat more, actually. And I have a sweet tooth, which makes everything so hard when I'm trying to work hard, eat well, but I have like this innate need to satisfy. So the more I got into this fitness and wellness world, the more I understood the importance of protein. But last year, I stopped buying protein powder, protein bars, and high-protein yogurts. Why? I decided to go back to natural. I'm now prioritizing whole real food, minimally processed preferably, instead of all the emulsifiers and all the stuff that you can't find in the regular household kitchen. At this current stage, I believe that's best for my overall health. I might change my mind in the future as more research comes up, but for now I feel like the more you get close to what your ancestors used to do, the better. Think about it, all we had back in the days was like daylight, a tribe, and survival mode just to find food. But nowadays we stay indoor, we don't walk, we don't really talk to people in real life, and I think that really shifts us away from having a good physical and mental well-being. Third core belief is on cooking. My whole life I believe that dining out is a treat and that I can't make food taste as good as outside. But last year I knew that I could actually make good, tasty and healthier food, which is also diet compliant, and it won't take a lot of time. Before I dish protein powder, I used to make a lot of high protein desserts, but I shifted away from that. And then for 5.5 months last year, I was actually getting into this low-carb diet coined by Tim Ferriss, and I made a lot of good meals, which actually motivated me to eat more at home, because I had more knowledge on nutrition and how my body would digest slow carb instead of simple carbs. By the way, if you want me to make a video about slow carb diet and my journey, comment below. So last year I found out when it comes to meal prep, it's almost like a game. How much protein can I add to my meal while replicating the takeaway food? One of my favorite dishes last year is this fake IKEA turkey meatball with white beans meal. Got good macros, and in my opinion, it tastes better than IKEA. Next, core belief on age. For my whole life, I was actually so scared of aging. I don't want the wrinkles, the slower movements, the slower processing speed, and just being weak in general. But does that actually have to be the case? Does everything really go downhill for females after they turn 30? Maybe true, but there are ways to combat that. I turned 33 months ago and I'm actually living my best life. I'm in my best version of myself. I'm still healthy and full of energy, and that's because I have good foundation of self-awareness about my habits, about my routines and what really would serve me best. And also my hormone levels are great on most days. So I ditched that core belief that everything will go downhill for females after 30 by having more knowledge on longevity and how to age gracefully. And I will keep maintaining my healthy habits until I die, I guess. There's a lot of information and research out there, so I think there is really no excuse that you can't be a happier and healthier version of yourself. Just go do your due diligence and experiment on yourself. Last core belief, on body image. Following my intentional decision to quit Instagram in May last year, I recently had a huge realization of how I think of beauty. In my culture, it's always about being small and having pale skin. But the more I train and get into the fitness, wellness stuff, and the more time I actually spend under the sun, I realize I'm just more happier and relaxed. I feel a lot stronger actually, despite the fact that I gained weight since June last year. I'm still on a journey of completely changing my mindset, to be honest, because this typical Asian beauty is a hard thing to shake off. But I'm now acknowledging my changes, and I'm being okay with that. Reflecting on my journey of quitting unhelpful core beliefs, here are a few tips that might help you. I'm going to start off with a quote. Strong beliefs loosely held, not vice versa. Most people actually have loose beliefs but strongly held, and they don't challenge why they think that way. This goes back to our introspection conversation. We have to think about why we think about things in certain ways. Do you have strong beliefs but are you willing to change your mind? Or do you just have loose beliefs but you don't want to change your mind? Second tip, experiment a lot and track what works, what doesn't. When you receive a good piece of information, you might want to implement in your life by testing that out to see if it really works for you. And it's okay if it doesn't work. There are many other ways to achieve a goal. Keep testing the waters, and I believe that life is just about experiments anyway. So why not have fun in the journey? And the third tip is to reshape your reality as soon as possible. That's why experiment more and you will change your perspective. So yeah, the whole point of teaching your core beliefs is just that. Keep an open mind and keep experimenting what makes your life better. If you enjoyed this video, you might also want to check out this video here in which I talked about the 30 things I quit when I turned 30. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.